Okay, let me go and just say mute all again. There we go. All right, loves. Thank you for joining me. So let's just come and settle down. I had to finally move the iPad far away to get the full thing, but I can still see you. So let's come with the open heart pose. If you have a towel or a blanket, it's kind of nice maybe to fold it in threes so that you get a nice little roll. If that feels like that isn't right, then just stick to the one fold, because that can be really nice too, right? So straighten out on our backs. As usual, right? This is gentle bliss, but we will stand a little bit and everything. And I think the picture will work well this time. So making sure that your tailbone has space when you lie down, as it doesn't crush the back. And just kind of finding your way in. Even for a moment, just shifting your body side to side until you can kind of settle in with your spine. And then just hopefully being able to allow the shoulders to soften as your spine's settling. And really thinking about opening the shoulder heads, right, the tops of the shoulders. And perhaps even squeezing your shoulder blades together for a moment and try to just snuggle them down your back a little bit. And then let everything soften. And then in this way, maybe the shoulder blades are helping you feel a little bit more lifted behind the heart. Because this is a very restorative back bend. Right? The idea of back bends are to open the chest, open the heart, the back too, right? The back can open. And in this one in particular, this back bend is really the front of the body, right in that heart center. I haven't mentioned anything about your legs, so I assume you found a comfortable place for your legs. So just allowing the spine to soften. Just now taking a little bit with the shoulders nice and snuggled, but not tight, but just down the back. Maybe pulling the chin to a more neutral position. This might feel strange at first, but just trying to get the chin more or less in line with your sternum, right, the front of the chest. And then making sure that you've closed your eyes. Just resting the eyes in the sockets. Really allowing them to rest, right? We take in so much information with the eyes. And so it's so nice to be able to take a moment and just feel them, let them relax. Just allowing yourself to feel your body, noticing the brow, and just trying to soften there as the eyes remain nice and soft. Still continuing to feel your heart expanding and lifting, lifting and expanding. And that elongation in the back of your neck. Seeing if you can feel, if your palms are not turned up, let's do that. So turn the palms up. And feel the heaviness at the back of your hands. Just feeling how heavy the hands are on the ground. And feeling from there, the front of the hands, the palms, which are really the bottom of the hands, but in this case, they're the front of the hands. Okay. What's facing the ceiling. Just notice how gravity changes from the bottom of the hand, the back of your hand, to the palm, the top of your hand. And so maybe just feeling a little lightness in the top layer of the hand. And just noticing this. And then let's check in and see, how do we feel? Where is our breath? Can we begin to identify the expansion and the contraction within our body, just seeing that rhythm of us. And just allowing that to happen so nicely. When we breathe, nothing has to happen for us, right? It's just what happens. Being human, we just alive, we just breathe. Unless, of course, things happen to us. Right? So we can be really grateful that we are able to breathe. Just continuing to feel the heaviness of your body and the opening of the chest. Beginning to take deeper breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. And just to feel more of these deep breaths. Just really inhale through your nose, fill up. And then exhale out through the nose. So going through the nose, we just have to go slow. And then inhale through the nose. And exhale out. Continue 3 more times. Right, my rhythm may be different than yours, so just 3 more times. No rushing. But I have now completed my 3rd one. Just take your time, a few moments to just settle and feel our bodies after those deep breaths. Good. This time, let's take that deep breath again in through the nose. And then we'll go just as slow through the exhale, but with the mouth open. And so just nice and slow. So breathe deep in through the nose, fill ourselves up. Here we go. Open the mouth, slowly exhale it out. Perhaps with a little sigh, right? Feeling that to help us relax. And it's actually a scientific fact that you can feel it energetically. Let's again breathe in through the nose, fill ourselves up. And with a little bit of a we'll out through the mouth. And just one more time, let's do this. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe all the way up, but keep that shoulder girdle down. And then open the mouth, exhale. Oh, so good. And let's begin to keep with this full breath, rhythmically, the equal lengths of inhaling and exhaling. Right. Engage in the back of the throat for Ujjayi if you know this breath. If you're not there, let's see if we can bring the soles of the feet together now. Maybe you were already there, and if that's the case and you're tired of this pose, you could please place your feet on the floor, take your legs long, but we're going to start now with just feet together, knees open. Just taking a few breaths now, feeling the connection perhaps a little bit between how it feels to open the pelvis and the heart. My kitty has brought us a present, a little white mouse. Oh, thank you, Cassie. Right, so just continuing to breathe. And seeing if you can not just breathe now into the torso, literally send the breath. Let's send the breath down into the inner thighs, the hip creases, the lower belly. And if it's possible, doing it in and out through the nose, but see how you can actually send your breath into your pelvis. Let's breathe a few breaths in and out. Just allowing things to soften. It's really allowing your pelvic floor to relax. It's not easy, right? So a lot of times it's engaged, and too much engagement creates weakness, right? So just see if you can let the pelvis completely relax. There's a gripping that occurs in the pelvic floor when we're not relaxed. It's almost like it's the perineum. It's almost like you're holding your urine, to get graphic, but like just kind of bulge it out, relax your pelvic floor. And just take some breaths with it, relaxed. And just a few more breaths like this. Through opening the heart and the pelvis and allowing the spine to really open. You can't help but feel the heart center, which is where everything connects us, right? It's in the heart. Sorry guys. I was going to put on music, but I think they're continuing to have Amber alerts. I will turn this off. So we continue to breathe, just relaxing. And then one more breath with the butterfly Supta Baddha Konasana pose. And from there, go ahead and slide your legs into a wide V. And see if you can, first let's try to keep the legs neutral. So toes to the ceiling, knees to the ceiling. And then notice if the low back, well, in any case, even if the low back isn't hurting, just see if you can have a slight engagement with your core. So you're just going to gently move your lower abs up and in a little bit. And still with the shoulders down the back. We're activating the legs though, right? We're not just letting them flap open. Let's flex the feet. And try to spread your toes out and keep your legs neutral in the sockets. So the kneecaps are also facing the ceiling. And from here, staying with your full breath, you're going to just squeeze the thigh muscles and the kneecaps a few times. Inhaling, we'll squeeze. Exhaling, we'll relax. Keeping the legs in this very neutral but active pose. Try to spread the toes out, flex your feet. And so here we go. So we'll take a breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to firm up the thighs, squeeze your muscles to your bones. Try to squeeze your knees. Pick the knees, knee heads, the kneecaps up towards you. And then exhale, relax. So you might even now feel that you have to engage your glutes as well. So let's do this again. Take a breath in. On the exhale, squeeze the thighs, squeeze your buttocks, squeeze your kneecaps. And keep the legs flexed, toes spread out, relax the upper body. And as you're ready, you'll exhale, relax everything except for the flex in the feet, the squeezing or relaxing. Let's do one more like this. Inhale. And on the exhale, squeeze, right, the buttocks, all the thigh bone muscles, the tops of your knees. Okay. Good. Deep flex. Last breath. Exhale. Let it go. Now relax your legs completely. Okay. No flex in the feet. They're just soft. Good. And then from here, I'm going to roll the toes in. Big toes towards the floor, and then roll the pinkies out. So you're just going to take a little rolling in your thigh bones. Right? And you might want to just keep it soft, just rocking and rolling it side to side. Right? That might be all you want to do. Or you can try when you come through to really press the pinky toes down. And when you come in, really press the toes down. But if that's too much, just keep this little opening back and forth. It really is opening up the hip joints and sockets here just by rolling. Okay. Stay with your breath, support your low back. Good, and then relax. And then let's just bring our feet. You just drag your legs, your feet together so they're hip width and parallel. And then from here, let's make sure we feel somewhat symmetrical on our pillow, bolster, blanket. Then we'll inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Just reaching, if it feels good, just point the toes, reach to the fingertips. And then exhale, flex the feet and bring the arms down. Inhale, point the toes, try to press your balls of your foot to the ground and then arms overhead. Okay, but don't let the ribs pop out and get the low back unsupported. Remember, you're engaged in the core of it. Exhale, flex the feet, arms come down. We're going to do one more. Inhale, point and flex your feet. Try to push the balls of the feet down as the arms come overhead, reaching far through the arms, but noticing, right, we're trying to keep the rib cage down and the shoulder girdle down and a little bit of lift in the navel, the core. And then exhale, bring the arms down. Very good. Nice. And then just rest here a moment. And then when you're ready, after a breath or two, let's move the right leg out to the right so we're beyond our mat now. Right. Good. And then take your left arm overhead and just let yourself hang off of whatever you're on to the left for a moment. And just give a side stretch on the left. Very good. One more breath. Exhaling. And then come back to a more neutral spine, but have a little bend in your left side body. And then start to drag your left leg over and see where it goes. Right? Try to keep your left hip down. So, you don't have to have the legs together. We really took our right leg out pretty far. Right? Just get this nice sensation of the lift in the side body, having this prop underneath us. And you can even goal post the left arm if it feels better, or really take it out even softer. What I want you to do is really find that curve in your side body. Right? And just breathe here. And by bringing the legs over, it helps us get a little deeper. One more big inhale. Exhaling. Very good. Right, so let's drag that left leg back. Bring our torso back up through the center. And then go ahead and bring the right leg over. Good. And then find some symmetry as much as possible. And then drag your left leg out. Beautiful. Nice. Good. And then reach up with the right arm. And we'll exhale. Hinge over. Let your left shoulder, if possible, just come off the prop. And have the blanket or bolster underneath your spine and your right shoulder blade. And again, if it's too much with the curve, then just a little gentle stretch out to the side. Looking to the left if it's okay, but again, take care of yourself. Maybe only a little if it's too much on the right side of your neck, or just listen. And then from there, we'll see about adding this right leg and just pulling it over any amount that feels good. Again, we're trying to keep our hip to the ground on the right side. So that means both sides of our booty is on the floor. Okay, one more breath. Exhaling. Good, just feeling this nice stretch. And then we slowly bring ourselves back through the center. Really, really nice. And then let's bend the knees one at a time and place our feet down onto the mat. Good. And then one more time, we'll sweep our arms overhead. We'll take a breath. And on the exhale, let's go ahead and bend the arms like into goalpost, or softly through. Right? And then again, inhale, sweep overhead. On the exhale, just a little bend, elbows, arms come down. So we're really making some circles in our sockets of these shoulder heads. And one more time, breathe up. Exhale around and down. Right, say hello, shoulders. Let's do one more. Inhale overhead. Exhale, a little goal posting, or modify it, right, if the goal post isn't right. And then bring your hands and rest them on your stomach. And let your shoulders, your elbows, everything relax. And just place your hands on your stomach for a moment. And then take some deep breaths, deep belly breaths. In and out through the nose, allowing the breath to move your hands in and out. Good. And then let's slowly take our hands from our stomach And then start to press them into the top of the thighs, all the way down by the hip creases, right? So as hip flexors. Press your hands there. Notice that the shoulders want to come up with that motion. So we're still working on tucking that shoulder girdle down the back. So bend the elbows if you need to. And just press here and stretch out your hip flexors. Notice how the low back gets a bit of a stretch when we pull this area forward. So top of the thighs, right? Top of the thighs, just beyond your hip creases, just pushing there with the heels of your hands, but hugging your shoulder girdle down the back. Okay, good. And then drag your heel of your hands up your thighs a little more. Right, and then hug your elbows in and keep your shoulders down your back. And then relax. Good, really nice. Rolling to the side now. Take your time. Just enough. Let's pull this blanket or whatever you have out from under your spine. Then we set it aside. And then gently roll onto your back. And let's hug our knees to our chest. Right? Just feeling that nice stretch along the low back. Feeling your thighs against your belly. Maybe feeling the top of the thighs. And just maybe give your legs a squeeze as you inhale. And then exhale, soften them. Inhale, squeeze in. Exhale. Good, one more time. Inhale, squeeze in. Exhale. Really nice, good, beautiful. And then open the knees wide for a moment. And let's just circle our ankles, wiggle our toes. And just feel the back on the ground. And then moving the legs back into the center. Go ahead and stretch them up to the sky for a moment. Right, feel free, hold the back of your thighs, bend your knees. And then again, just letting all the blood, the lymph roll down. Circle the ankles, let's wiggle the toes for a moment. Right, just giving us a chance to reverse the gravity that's always pulling on our bodies. Right, and then let the arms come up now. Right, so if you need to bend your knees a lot, that's fine. Right? And just let everything go. And then circle the wrist, open, close your hands. Move all your fingers. And again, maybe even rotate your arms in the sockets. And then let's just start to let the legs flow too. So we're just doing this crazy flowing like seaweed with the legs and the arms. So just get your legs moving. Think like seaweed, or I don't know, maybe, I don't know if it's a spider. It's whispery. Right, so just get everything moving. Right, just let your body rock with it. And just let this rocking motion, really it affects the nervous system to rock. Right, so just a little more rocking side to side, just some organic movement. Maybe consider rolling your head on the ground. It feels really nice, right? Just moving around. A cat might do this motion, right? Just kind of stretching, moving your hips to, or your legs to one side, the arms the other way, and just stretching it out. Good. And then we'll come back in, hug the knees to the chest. And from here, if it feels all right, let's roll up into a little ball. And you can always use your hand behind your head. Right? And just get a nice stretch to your spine, a nice rounded stretch. And then lower your way down. And let's interlace the hands now on the right shin and extend long through your left leg on the ground. Right? Flexing through the foot. Trying to find really elongation of your spine. So going back to this whole concept of the shoulders down the back. Okay, just reach through the heel of your left foot, pull the toes towards you, and then press your left thigh to the ground. Try to keep that left leg neutral. And then hug the right knee and keep it comfortable. I'm not asking you to like squeeze it all the way in unless that is comfortable. You just keep it soft. And flex the feet and then keep the shoulders on the ground. Well, let's take some deep breaths here. And think about the elongation of your spine, right? Because this is as much about the spine as it is the leg that's long. You can feel that stretch, right? That is what's helping the spine. So then try now to start to press your rib cage down too. And see how that supports your low back so much more. Right? Still staying soft in the upper body, just taking some breath here. One more big inhale. Exhaling out. Really nice, good. Begin to bend your left knee. Start to pull your left leg in. Both legs in again. Good, beautiful. And then when you're ready, let's just change sides. Interlace the left shin, let's extend the right leg long. Just reaching nice and long, feeling this stretch now. Really, you can feel a nice psoas hip flexor stretch. If you really reach through the heel of your right leg, right? Pull the toes back. You can feel the top of your thighs. You press the back of your thigh down. And keeping those shoulders out in there, the face soft, and keeping whatever squeeze on that left knee that feels good. Right? The feet are flexed, both of them. Right? And then beginning, once you find that, to press the rib cage down. And find how it engages and supports the low back by engaging the core. Like everything begins to feel sturdy, yet you're getting this elongation of your spine. So just breathing. One more breath in. Exhale out. Very good. And then pull the right leg in. Nice. Open your knees again. Either stay here or now let's do a happy baby pose. All right, so really extending through the tailbone, the knees are facing the ground, soles of the feet to the sky, and then from there we pull on what feels right in order for us to keep our entire spine on the ground. Right, so we can pull the back of our thighs, maybe calves, ankles, sides of the feet. Right? And again, finding a long spine. Get your tailbone moving forward, shoulder girdle relaxed. Breathe here. Maybe rocking if it feels good. I'm just feeling that as you rock, it opens the hips, but maybe you feel your spine a little bit too. Right? Just getting this nice motion. And coming back into stillness. From here, let's go ahead and do just a narrow, not a narrow, but just kind of just barely out of the hips, right? We're not hip width, we're a little bit more than hip width. And let's do a flexed legs here. You can bend your knees still, right? You can still flex your toes. And firm up the muscles on your thighs, right? So we're supported. And then press down through your rib cage, right? Try to, if you can, completely get rid of the gap, right? Press it down, pull the navel in, right? And then we are going to take our hands behind our head, right? And maybe you're going to stay here because this is a lot. If you can really get the correct pressing of the back body, right? Lift the frontal hip bones and then press down through the back body, pull the navel and activate your thigh muscles and flex your feet. Maybe just stay here. And now we're just going to gently roll our way up. And if it's too much, right, with the elbows open, and really look between your knees. Don't look up to the ceiling. Look between your knees. Your chin is tucked, so you have this normal cervical spine. And then again, if it's too much, then pull the elbows forward and tuck your chin. And then actually Feels pretty good for me. You might feel a stretch in that upper back as well. Okay, so let's breathe here. So it's a core work, right? So your tummy might pooch out, but if your navel is to the spine, you're good, right? You're working deep muscles. One more breath. Then exhale out. Good. Now roll your way down. Hug your knees back into your chest. Good. Really good. Right, so we're going to do it one more time, guys. Just one more time. So feet are a little bit more than hip width. We're going to, legs. Yeah, legs, feet are too, most likely. Right, everything's connected. Flex the feet, firm up the thighs. And then literally, if you want, think about the frontal hip bones, rocking them up towards the lower ribs, right? So it picks up the tailbone. And then you press down just your whole back and pull your navel in. Right? And again, if this feels like enough and the hands just under the head, you can stay here, right? You could stay here. Right? If you're really pressing it down and lifting the tailbone and firming the thighs, is a lot of work right here. Right? And either we stay here, or now we lift up, again, maybe just gaze between the knees with elbows open. And again, if that's not right, that doesn't feel right, and you just want a little more, this actually, again, gives you core, but also a little bit of the back. Right? You can feel the upper back stretch. One more big inhale. Exhaling. Last time in. Exhale out. Good. Gently lay your way down. Hug your knees into your chest. Good job, everybody. Let's take our arms out to a T. We'll take a breath, and on the exhale, drop your legs on over to the right side. If you'd like to use a block, if you have one, right, and you don't want your legs to go to the floor quite all the way, then you can do a supported twist like this. This might feel nice. You could use your right hand on your left thigh to lay the legs down. Right, just take some breath here. And always looking where the neck feels good. So if it feels good, you could look to the right. To the left, sorry. That's the more traditional in quotes, pose, or to the ceiling of spine, or even if you wanted to stretch the left side of your neck and look to the right, you could do that. So just find what feels good. And then notice, are you breathing into your whole torso, especially the left ribs, right? So detoxing for us to twist. One more breath in. Exhale out. Very nice, good. And then from here, we can inhale, bring ourselves back through the center, using the core a little bit there. If you're using a block, you can switch it. And then on the exhale, legs dropping to the left. And, maybe the arm feels good out overhead, the right arm, that's an option. Or a goalpost arm, or out to a T. You could even, if it feels better for you, bring your arm down beside you, but not touching your body. Right, leave some space. Right, just breathe now into that right side, moving the ribs with your prana. Right, use your diaphragm. It's strange to breathe just to the diaphragm. Let's just try and focus there. But it's so good for us. Really cleansing. One more time. Then exhaling out. Good, and let's press ourselves through the center. Really nice. Taking our feet back to the ground again. Making sure the feet are hip width and parallel. And then if you do have like a blanket under your head or something under the head, make sure you remove it. Okay, we'll bring our arms down beside us. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms overhead. As you exhale, press your feet down. We're coming up into bridge pose, Setti Bandha. Right, so extend your tailbone. And pull your heels back. Now again, this arm option, maybe it's a goalpost arm. Maybe you like out into a T. Okay, but I want us to keep the arms out of it for this first one. It's actually sometimes more comfortable, but it's also a little more work for the legs, right? Because when the arms are down the side, we're using them to help us. Okay, so just make sure you're dragging the heels back and your tailbone is extended. So again, even that idea of rocking the frontal hip bones towards your lower ribs will help really engage everything, the core, tailbone long. Let's breathe a few breaths. I know we've been holding already. One more big inhale. Exhale. Good, and then let's roll our way down. Just taking our time, resting. Just rest. Notice that you had to use your hamstrings, your glutes. Right? This time, let's go ahead, leave the arms down beside us, and if it's comfortable, you could either choose to just press the arm bones down beside you, tucking, in all cases, we'll tuck our shoulders together, so lift up a little bit, tuck your shoulders together, or maybe you're gonna hold on to the mat. When you hold on to the mat, you can pull it down in a way to help you really engage the arms. So let's see how we go now. Feet are hip width and parallel. We'll take a breath on the exhale, using your arms in some capacity. We lift up, right? Good. Press your feet down. Now noticing where your neck and head are. So create some space between your throat, right? We're really pressing the back of the head to the floor a bit, right? And keep that long tailbone. Let's take 5 breaths here if we can. Again, everybody's breath is a different length. So your 5th breath, come down. And when you do come down, rather than pose of the child, knees to chest. Let's take us, it is pose of the child, but upside down, right? Take your feet as wide as the mat, and just do some windshield wipers, right, after this. And no rushing. You'll roll down. Try to feel each vertebrae. If you're still working, go ahead, finish up your 5th breath, and then take the feet out wide. When you're done, and just rock your knees side to side. Just releasing. Kind of neutralizes the spine a little more than pulling the knees to the chest right away. It can be kind of harsh when you hold something for a while, right? The counter pose is kind of nice to soften in. So then now, with the knees and feet wide, let's pull the right leg in, and then the left leg. Good. And then legs together if you want. Very good. Beautiful. So let's go ahead and we're going to roll to the right side, or you can do a few rock and rolls on your spine. We'll make our way up into a seat for a moment here. And just move on up. There we go. Maybe using a prop, right, to sit up. Coming to sit in our Sukhasana, finding a seat, right? So making sure again that you're sitting on your sitting bones and you're not pitching forward with your torso. Sit back in your seat and your shoulders are soft. But we're still with some length in the spine, right? We're lifting through the sternum. Chin is a tiny tuck, so we have that curvature in the neck. From the crown of the head to the sky. And just feeling yourself in this pose that we take every class, probably. A lot of poses are every class, but let's notice it. Let's notice it here. And see if we can soften around it. But yet find the lightness and the lift, right? Soften and lift and lighten at the same time. And beginning to breathe deeply again. Let's bring our hands to the heart. And just see if it's possible for you. Keep your shoulder girdle down, your back still, so those little muscles between the shoulder blades, rhomboids, have to squeeze together. Squeeze those in to hold your shoulders, right? And then see if the elbows can lift. And you pull in your ribs back. Let's place our thumbs on our sternum and press our hands together. And just feel the engagement of your arms, feel the energy between your hands. And then take a moment, we'll bow in. And from here, we're just thinking of healing. Healing for all. Healing for our world. Right? Healing for ourselves. Right? And all the ones that we know and love. And then let's open our practice with the sound of Om. Just through this sound, know that we are all connected, wherever your loved ones are or whatever's going on. Let's take a breath in. Good, beautiful. Let's take a big inhale. And open the mouth and exhale out. Really nice, good. And then softly open your eyes. Let's inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Right, reach up and then exhale to the heart. And this time, reach the arms out into a T and exhale, twisting to the right. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, twisting to the left. So we're just going to do this little twisting motion for a moment. You don't have to go 100%, but just twisting out the torso, moving it side to side. Right? These oblique muscles waking up, staying with a full breath. Good. The next time to the right side, let's stay and let that right arm come down now. Left hand across onto that right thigh. And remembering to stay tall but soft, so that means shoulders are soft, the base is soft, and our spine is so tall, right? And the shoulders are down the back. And we breathe here, looking to any degree to the right that feels good for the neck. One more breath here. Exhale out. Make sure your navel is in. Reach your arms out. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more time. Just a little more back and forth. Just really trying to twist a little bit. But next time we are on that left, here we go. Let's find our nice lifted seat here. Relaxing the shoulders, breathing. Right, again, positioning your head where it feels best. One more big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Good, let's take a breath, and on the exhale, reach the arms back up and then come back through the center. Exhale to your heart. Good. And go ahead and just let your legs come out and be soft for a moment, and just sit here with soft legs. Even let them flop open if that feels good. Right, we're just sitting here. I'm just going to go ahead and tuck our chin down and lift our chin up. Take a breath. Exhale it up. Feel free to do it out of the mouth if that feels better. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. And just one more. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. Very good. Bringing our head back into neutral. Let's go ahead and open again into a V. But not as wide as wide can be, right? Let's just kind of keep it softer, but open to a wide V for a moment. Right? Good. Beautiful. Just take a few breaths because we're going to keep the legs neutral here as best as we can. Again, toes are up, knees are up. And then see if you can squeeze your thighs. You can use your hands, right, to help us sit up. Your knees can even bend here, right? You can put a blanket under your legs too, at the backs of your knees, right? Or your blocks. One more breath. Exhale out. Good. Now, we did this lying down, so let's try again. Relax your legs, move your big toe mounds down, and then your pinky toes out. So you're from your hip socket, rotating in and out. You can go nice and slow, and you don't have to go very far if that feels better in your hips. Or you can really work at trying to put the big toe mounds down and the pinky side of the foot out, right? You know, so take it wherever feels good. We'll just do this a little bit. So this is really opens the hips. Right, just back and forth a couple of times here. Good. Nice. And then let's just shake the legs all the way in. Good. Reestablish your seat, flexing the feet. If you have a strap, let's use it this evening. We'll take it around the ball of the feet. Guys, we don't have any music because I didn't know if that Amber Alert thing was going to keep going. So I'm sure it's done by now. Turn the palms up. I can put some on for later. Okay, and snuggle the shoulders down the back. And then find that same lift in your chest, right? We're always trying to lift up, you know. And if you can, try to press the ball of your foot forward by pressing through the big toe mound especially. And then pull your toes towards you and spread them apart. And just feel this pose with the strap, right? You can bend the knees. There can be a blanket underneath. Right? But just feel this. Let's breathe here. One more breath in. Exhale out. Good. And then hinging forward if you'd like now. Right? But really finding the flat back so the chin isn't going all towards the toes. And the shoulders aren't coming all off the back. We're keeping that long back. Right? Hug your shoulder heads back. Use your rhomboid muscles to squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then breathe here. Looking down so your neck has its curvature. Once you're here, you can continue. Right? See what it feels like. So really just taking a breath here in this flat back for a moment. Right? Breathing into it. Feeling how this heart, shoulder blades and the heart can push forward when we keep those rhomboids engaged. Last breath. Exhale. And then from here, go ahead and relax more into it. Let yourself round any amount down. Take some breath up your spine. One more big inhale. Exhale out. And then if you have a strap, you can release it if you want. We'll just roll our way up. Grab the strap. Set it aside and let's bend the knees. Place our feet down. Give ourselves a little squeeze, breathing into the back body. Exhaling out. And one more like that, all the way up. When I say back body, thoracic spine, right? Way up there by your neck. Breathe all the way up. Exhale out. Good. And then let's make our way to our hands and knees for a moment. Okay, so if you want to put a blanket under your knees, go ahead. Come with the knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. And just really finding tabletop pose. So that means our shoulder girdle is still down the back. I keep talking about it, right? It's going to make our neck and shoulders feel better if we can keep that shoulder girdle in place. Right? And then look to the ground. Right? And elongate the crown of the head. And then spin the elbows forward, right? Grip your mat with your hands. Tuck your tail. Good. Find your breath. Pull your rib cage together. Hug your arms towards each other. Feel how that engages a lot. And then squeeze the outer hips. Just really be engaged for a moment. Right? Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good. When you're ready. Inhale, curl the toes, lift the tailbone, look up. Cow pose, and then exhale, rounding into cat. So a few of these, just taking our time. Letting it feel good. Next time we come into cat pose, on the exhale, round to your cow pose. Breathing into cow pose. Exhale, round to cat pose. Sit it back, pose of a child. Take a breath in. On the exhale, roll up. Inhaling, curl the toes, heart moves forward into your cow. Exhale, rounding cat. Push it back, child's pose. Just a breath in. Exhale, roll your way up. From here, if you want, you could walk your hands forward and come forward a little more, and then roll back, right? So just doing a few motions like this, inhaling, come up, lift the heart. Exhale, rounding it, back, good, really nice. This time, inhale, roll up into your cow pose. Curl your toes cat pose. On the exhale, lift your hips up and back. Let's take a down dog here. Right, just feel the stretch into the backs of your legs. Right, try to let the spine be light, nice and long. Push the floor away. Get out of your shoulders. So the same concept, those rhomboid muscles have to squeeze your shoulder blades together and down your back. Right? And roll the inner arm outwards, the bicep and the eye of the elbow, roll them outwards, pressing the floor away to push yourself back towards your thighs as you lift up and back. Maybe pedal the feet for a moment here. And just give this nice down dog. One more big breath in. Exhaling out. Good. High onto the tippy toes. Let your weight come forward. Bend your knees. Drop them to the ground. slide onto your belly, Sphinx pose. Right, so press your feet down, pull your elbows back, right? You're gonna press the hands down. Even in this pose, the rhomboid muscles are working, right? They're squeezing your shoulders down your back as you pull your shoulder heads back. Use your hands, pull your heart forward, tops of the feet pressing down. Press your pelvis down. And let's take a few breaths here. One more big inhale. Exhale. Option to stay as you are, if it feels okay, coming up into a seal pose. Still press, even though your stomach is off the ground, still press your pelvis, right? Your pelvis, press it down, even though it's lifted. Right? Good. One more breath in. Exhale out. Lower your way down. Turn a cheek to the side or stack your hands forward in the center, or just simply put your head to your mat. Bend your knees and swipe your legs. Very nice, good. And then take your feet to the ground, press them to the ground, so much so that your kneecaps lift up off the floor. Press your pelvis down. We're going to take our arms down beside us, but we're going to press our palms to the floor. Right? See what it feels like here. It's a little bit of work. Press the feet down. Now, lift your shoulder heads up. Right, you can feel that, right? So what did that do? That means your rhomboid muscles have to work. Press your arms down. Press your feet down and pelvis down. Take a breath. On the exhale, lift your head. Just don't look forward, right? Just lift up. Keep pressing down. Press your arms down, lift the shoulder head, squeeze the rhomboids onto the back, last breath, and exhale, let it go. Oh, good, bring your arms in, and move, swag those legs, very, very good. And then the last variety here, we'll just do our Bhujangasana Cobra pose. So hands are by the ribs now. We're pressing the feet strongly back, down. Squeeze your shoulders onto your back. Breathe in on the exhale, maybe just a baby one. Maybe you feel like you can come up, but make sure, again, hug your elbows in and pull your shoulder head back. And press the feet down. Press the pelvis down, even though it's in the air. Breathe. Good. One more breath in. Exhale out, and then let's lower down. Swag the legs a moment. And then press back into pose of a child. This will take a moment to release these back bends. Breathing strongly up and down the back. One more big inhale. Exhaling out. Really nice. Last breath in. Exhale, let it go. Good. Beautiful, you guys. Let's go ahead. Reach the arms forward. Bring ourselves back up. And one more time, press yourself up into a down dog. Good. Beautiful. From here, walk your hands back towards your legs. Come to a forward fold. Right, just let your body lean forward, but maybe bend the knees a little bit, right? So take less pressure off your back. Let your head go. If it feels good, you can sway the body, hold opposite elbows, whatever feels nice. Beautiful. When you're ready, we're just going to bring our hands to our shins. Inhale to a flat back. Now notice the shoulders again. They want to come up and round forward. Can we practice this lifting back? Squeeze those rhomboids between the blades together. Right, so that really makes the heart push the sternum forward, right? One more breath here. Exhale out and fold down and in, Uttanasana. Press your feet down, inhale, circle the way, all the way up, circle your way up. Exhale to your heart. Very nice, good. Standing in our Tadasana, right, pressing down through the feet, lift the front of the thighs, head of your tailbone. Again, use those rhomboid muscles. Squeeze your shoulder girdle to your back. Let's be in Anjalyasana with our hands at the heart here. Breathing. Good. Press down, breathe in, reach up. Really reach, let it feel good. And then exhale, hinging, dive forward. Folding in, Uttanasana. Inhale to your flat back. If you want to use blocks, you can. You can bring your hands even up to your thighs if that feels good. That's a nice way to be in a flat back. Exhaling and folding in. Press down, breathe in. Come up. And feeling everything up, reaching up. Exhaling to the heart. Let's do one more like that. Press down and reach out. Really reach up. Elongate your spine and then exhale, hinge and dive forward. Very good. Beautiful. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, folding in. And press down, breathe in, reverse. Exhale to the heart. Very nice, everybody. Good. So, I don't know, I'm hoping you have, I know you have something that's like a blanket or it is a blanket. I know some of you do have 2 blocks. So, let's hope we can all do this. Let's do a little setup like this, okay? And you're going to stand between your blocks. So I have the blocks in front and the blanket behind me, right? And let's one more time, press our feet down. Inhale, circle the arms up, reach up. And then on the exhale, hinging and diving forward, letting this feel so good as you fold in Uttanasana. Good, beautiful. Inhale to a flat back. On the exhale, stepping the right leg beyond the blanket behind us. Let's right away scooch the left foot forward. Okay, good. Now we're just going to set the back leg down, so not on the kneecaps. So we're coming way forward. Now you're going to get into the hips here, right? So think about squaring off though, right? Pull back on this left hip's crease and pull the heel back to help engage you, right? Tailbone is tucked here still, so think again. Frontal hip bones are lifting. You can rest your hands on the blocks. You don't have to have blocks, you can lower them. All right, let's take a few breaths here, breathing in and out. Exhaling. Good, beautiful. From here, take a breath, and on the exhale, let's hinge back, straighten the left leg. Right? Keep your shoulders again on your back, use your rhomboid muscles. Breathe a few breaths into the back of the left leg. Exhale out. And see, we always talk about flexing the foot, right? But try now, pull this left thigh into your socket and try to press the left foot down instead. Right? And just get a stretch into the shin, the front of the leg, just for a moment. Right? And keep your shoulders on your back. One more breath. Exhale out. And then that reflex. If you want to fold further in for a breath or two, let's do this. Stay square. I just noticed by coming down, I'm off. So right, the right hip wants to come way out. So you want to pull that in. And just stay nice and square. One more breath. Exhale out. Rebend your left leg, drop your hips back down. One more time, take a few breaths into the front of your thigh. Bring your 2 blocks inside your left foot. And just feel this stretch in the front of the right thigh. If it's okay for you, because you're not on your kneecap, you should be like above it on that right leg. Move your hips side to side if it feels okay. Let's move the hips side to side in this little thing, this lizard prep pose. One more breath. Exhaling. And either stay here, or you can roll to the outside edge of your left foot, drop your left knee open. That might be enough. Or you have the option, of course, to just lower down onto the blocks. You can take the blocks down. You could take the blocks away. Maybe just let your hands. Maybe don't make it down. Right? But do what feels good, and you can make some deep breath, or take some deep breaths in whatever you choose. You could still roll to the outside edge of that left foot to help you, right? Try to stay off the top of the right kneecap, right? So breathe here. Even here, you don't want your shoulders up to your ears. Right? So just a few breaths in and out. Last big breath in. Let's open the mouth. Exhale, let it go. Ha. Very good. Now, if you have these blocks, you can come up. As we roll that leg in, let's go ahead. Frame up the left foot and walk it back again where it came from. And curl the back toes. Lift to the runner's lunge. Good. Beautiful. While we're here, let's go ahead and move the blocks forward just for a moment and see if you can launch your back leg up just a little. Kind of like a standing L. To stretch out the inner thighs. You can lift that leg up higher. You could fold in and make this a standing split if that feels good for you. One more breath. Exhale out. Bending the left knee perhaps. Let's bring the right leg down and just fold into a forward fold. A few breaths here. Exhale out. Good. Inhale to your flat back. On the exhale, left leg, step it way back. Move the blocks with you, or you're on your hands, if that's you. Scooch the right foot forward, right foot forward, right foot forward. And now so that when you drop this left knee down, you're not on your kneecap. Okay, now pull the right heel back towards you. Right, be in your core. Feel the stretch now in the front of the left thigh, not with your shoulders up to your ears, right? Relaxing. Ah, feeling that stretch, just breathing into it. Good. Soft faces, just a few more breaths to wake this area up. Last big inhale. Exhale. Ha. Very good. Beautiful. So then let's go ahead and try this walking back and straightening of the front leg. Okay. Pulling the thigh into the socket because gravity wants to pull it out. And again, if you want to hinge forward, go ahead and pull your shoulder heads back, pulling the core. Let's just do this neutral leg fold in to start. Right? Breathing there. One more breath in. Exhale out. And then again, now let's see. Can we point our right foot and try and place the toes down to the mat? Okay. Breathing. One more breath in. Exhale out. Good. Pulling the toes back up if you want to fold deeper in now, doing that. Staying where you are. One more big inhale. Exhale. Good job, everybody. So here we go. Bend into the knee again on that right side. Go ahead and bring our blocks to the inside of the right foot and just do some swaying in our hips here. And if it feels okay, try not to be on the top of your left knee. Just moving the hips around while we're in this. Good, beautiful. And then maybe you just stay here and turn your toes out and drop the knee open. That might be enough, right? You have plenty of choices on this path. Maybe coming down just to the forearms is enough. You want that, dropping the knee open. Right, or again, there's always the option to lower down, right? So to come to a place where you can breathe, maybe just your hands are here. You could do the forearms if that's you. You could still roll the leg open at any point. Good. And while you're down here breathing, maybe if it felt good, you could still just move the hips side to side a little bit. Just breathe, relax. One more big breath in. Exhale it out. Last time, breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Good job, everybody. And as we're ready, we'll make our way back up, maybe grabbing the blocks. Coming back in with the foot now, that right one. Back where we started, let's curl the back toes under, then shifting blocks forward. Pick the back leg up. This knee can stay bent on the right side. Move the blocks so they're under your shoulders. Maybe you're in a standing L. Maybe it looks like this. That's fine. Maybe you're reaching way out. Maybe you want to fold deeper. You can move your blocks back in and fold into the right leg, lifting the left leg up. So whatever feels good. I need to open up here. One more breath. Exhale out. Good. Bend the right knee and bring your left leg, set it down your left foot. Fold in. Nice. Just a little bit of a forward fold here, maybe holding opposite elbows, sway the body. Maybe you want to interlace your hands behind your head, pull your chin towards your chest here. Or we haven't done much with opening the arms other than the beginning of class. You can interlace your hands behind you, reach your arms up, right? Or just let your arms dangle. Good, one more big breath in. Exhale it out. Releasing the arms down. Whatever, bring it down to the floor. You can use your blocks if you want to help assist you to make your way down to the ground. Right, good. And then roll onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Wonderful work, everybody. Guys, it's just a little rocking and rolling if that feels good. Breathing. Good. And then let's take our feet to the floor as wide as the mat and drop our knees to the right side for a breath or two. Just getting a little bit of a twist, but feeling an opening again in the psoas, hip flexor. Big breath in. Exhaling it out. And then inhale, legs come back, knees feet wide as we exhale, knees on over to the left. Breathing into the right side. Just feeling that bit of a stretch. Big breath in. Exhale it out. And then inhale, legs come back through the center. Let's pull the knees into the chest one more time. Give yourself a squeeze. If it feels good, rolling up, bringing the forehead towards the knees. Hold the head if you would like. And then lay back down, taking a full stretch, arms long, legs overhead, big breath in. Open the mouth, exhale, let it go. Settling into Shavasana. So that means whatever feels good for your body. If you want to lay completely flat, you'd like to lift under the heart a little bit, something under the legs. Come to a place where you can stop doing. You know that you showed up for yourself, and that's amazing. And that you are doing a great job taking care of yourself. It's all we really can ever do. And you did it. May I be at peace. May my heart remain open. May I know the beauty of my own true nature. May I be healed. May I be a source of healing in the world. All moving on our own paths. It's beginning to wake your body up, deepening the breath. Stretching things, circling ankles, wrists, whatever feels good. Arms overhead, breath in and out to the mouth. Just slowly waking things up. And as we're ready, we'll bend the knees, and either just placing your feet to the mat or hug the knees all the way to the chest. We'll make our way up into a seat. Perhaps you want to roll to the side and pause for a moment, or otherwise just rocking yourself up into a seat. And just come sit up. Coming back into this space of knowing that we are all doing the best we can. We're all healing. And that we're taking good care of ourselves. Every time we show up for ourselves. Just bring your hands in front of the heart. One more time, bowing in. Just connecting one more time to your heart center. Now let's close our practice with an 3 shantis and an So take a breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. One more deep breath together. Open the mouth, let it go. Thank you so much, you guys. So grateful for all of you. Glad you're staying safe. Namaste. Go ahead and unmute you for a minute. Oh, good. Unmute all. Everybody, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Karen.
Yeah, thank you so much. Really enjoyed it. Always.
Bye.
Oh, bye, you guys.
Bye. Thank
Bye till next time, right? All right. Bye now. Take care.
Take care.
You gotta let me go. Gotta let me go.
Oh, you're talking to a doggy. Okay, love to you guys.